New Orleans City Council members will resume their work on an ordinance that would restrict how people help those experiencing homelessness. Housing advocates, on the other hand, say the city has their priorities completely wrong. We begin this evening with Tibone.
It's an ordinance designed to crack down on how community members offer food to those experiencing homelessness.
You can bring food at this minute, at any time that you want, in a closed container, and you can also serve, but you agree to clean up afterwards. If we warn you once and you still do it, then we kind of question your motivation, and you could be fined.
New Orleans City Councilman Eugene Green says rats are a huge problem across the city, and handing out plates of food, which lead to leftovers, are breeding grounds for rodents.
You can come down here at any time with closed containers and you can serve it. Set up a banquet, put tablecloths on it, serve, but then clean up afterwards.
He says the ordinance isn't stopping anyone from donating food. The food just needs to be served in a closed container.
This is a overcorrection. This is criminalization when it's not required.
Meanwhile, housing advocates say the root cause of the problem is simply the lack of affordable housing. Andronika Morris with HousingNOLA says the city needs to rethink their priorities.
To come up with real solutions. Because unless you think that the unhoused are a flock of geese or a pack of wild dogs that will simply go away if no one's feeding them, then this is pointless.
She says the solution is education.
There needs to be solutions that house people, that provide them, that guarantee them housing, and the wraparound supportive services that all of us are entitled to.
Councilman Green, however, says this ordinance is simply about the serving and dumping of food.
There was never a mention that this was a priority or the priority. It's one of the many things that must be done to address a serious issue.
Tibone, Eyewitness News.
And Councilman Green says his goal is to proceed with the consideration of a final draft of that ordinance in September.